I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Light rain chances diminished by this evening. Our highs tomorrow once again are slightly cooler than normal in the upper 40s to the mid 50s. Saturday, our highs rebound into the upper 50s into the mid 60s. Near critical fire weather concerns return for Saturday through Wednesday due to a combination of wind speeds and low humidity each afternoon. In behind a cold front, Sunday is seasonal with highs in the 50s. And in a sign that the spring growing season is not here yet, a hard freeze is expected Sunday night when lows dip into the low to mid-20s. Widespread 60s to some low 70s taking hold the first day of spring on Tuesday and for Wednesday with the ridge of high pressure. For the long-term forecast, warmer than normal temperatures are predicted for Nebraska and Kansas the middle of next week. That's before temperatures trend slightly cooler than normal in Nebraska and seasonal in Kansas late next week through March 27th. Nebraska and Kansas precipitation Tuesday through March 27th indicated to be slightly above normal. Checking the regional drought monitor, Nebraska improving 2 percentage points to 68% drought-free. In much of central and western Nebraska and the northeastern corner, it continues to be drought-free to abnormally dry. Moderate to severe drought is found over the eastern third of Nebraska or for areas along and south of the line from Pender to Albion, St. Paul, and Ravenna. Kansas decreased 2 percentage points to 39% drought-free. For much of the western and southern parts of Kansas, drought-free to abnormally dry conditions continue. A moderate to severe drought remains in areas from Atwood to Norton and south to Waukene, much of the central and northeast, and in the southeast towards Elk, Wilson, Chautauqua, and Montgomery counties. Something to note, much of Iowa is in moderate to severe drought, and 20% of Iowa is in extreme to excessive drought. Key weather factors in the markets include this week's storm in the U.S., followed by colder weather this weekend and again next week, a return of rain to Brazil, and excessive rain in parts of Argentina. A variety of storminess continues across much of the U.S. the next several days. Heavy wet snow is accumulating in areas of the plains right next to the Rockies. The severe weather threat currently affecting the southern Corn Belt moves farther to the south, with some strong thunderstorms persisting into the early part of the weekend from Texas to the southern Atlantic coast. 5-day rainfall should broadly reach 1 to 3 inches east of the line from central Texas to Lake Michigan. Over the weekend, a surge of colder air arrives across much of the central and eastern U.S. Early next week, freezes extend at least as far south as the Tennessee Valley, with frost possible deep into Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi. Later next week in the plains and Midwest, another burst of colder air and scattered rain is expected. In Brazil this week, scattered rain was limited to central and northern areas, which was unfavorable for the second crop corn in drier areas of the south. Beneficial rain looks to be more widespread in most of Brazil next week. For the middle of Argentina, scattered rain continues today before moving into the north this weekend. Additional rain moves northward through Argentina the middle part of next week. Argentina rain should be widespread enough to benefit both the corn and soybeans. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.